Okay, look, I know it's not the most flattering garb, trust me. I wish I could wear something else. Alright, but we're gonna make do with what we have for now. We're gonna look cool soon, we just gotta level up a little bit. Oh, there's a freaking thing here. I did it. I'm level 2. Obtain an alter ego. Bastok. Obtain Naji. Done. I'm level 3. Get Kupipi. Done. Oh man. Obtain a Chocobo license. Finished. There were a bunch here I freaking missed. Well, now I'm level 4. Get Ninja. Wow. I'm cheesing. Boom. Level up montage. You might hear it in my voice. I am a little sick right now, so okay, whatever. This leveling up process turned out to be pretty quick and easy. Using my experience ring, a really useful guide on where to find monsters for ranges of levels, I was leveling up every few kills. Oops, should I have censored the word kill? Was that bad? What about die? Should I say unalive instead? Would that make you feel better? Oh well. Using my little dagger, I was able to kill some bees and crabs and even a few lizards, and zoomed up to level 15 in no time. Wow, look at that progress. Once I was level 15, I went back to town, and I saw I was high enough level to buy some new equipment, one of which was a Great Katana. That sounds really cool, right? I bet it does a lot of damage. I can't wait to... Oh... I keep missing. Funny. Let me explain why. In Final Fantasy XI, there's combat and magic skills that level up separate from your job. These are integral both for damage output and accuracy. Because I leveled my ninja job up to level 15 with daggers, and leveled my dagger skill up along the way, my little grubby, thieving, conniving Tartar hands were still completely inexperienced with wielding a Great Katana. So even though I was a fair level for this fight here, and my weapon isn't low level, I can't land hits very often at all. And more agonizingly for this, because I can't land hits, I can't level up my Great Katana skill to get the accuracy I need to start landing hits. If I want to go level up this combat skill, I need to go fight weaker enemies with lower evasion. Otherwise I'll spend plenty of minutes swinging and missing and not getting anything done, which I still did. I ended up swapping to double katanas instead of Great Katana after this embarrassing, shameful display, because I'm absolutely not yet worthy of wielding such a beautiful weapon. A nice detail about these skills though is something I said at the beginning of this explanation. Combat and magic skills level up separate from your job. That means if you play the early game as a warrior with an axe, and then switch over to using an axe with Dark Knight or Beastmaster or Ranger, you'll still have that combat skill with the axe. Similarly, because I leveled up Black Mage and have it equipped as my sub-job, my skills with elemental and enfeebling magics can come in handy when casting spells to pull faraway enemies while leveling. Pretty cool. Leveling katanas meant going back to some lower level enemies that wouldn't give me too much experience. Unfortunate, but necessary for growth, unless I wanted to use daggers forever. This won't be the last time I'll have to go out of my way to train with a new weapon or magic type, but it's actually really satisfying. When you start out fighting an enemy like this, with no combat skill at all, it's pretty painful. You miss a lot, and progress can feel slow. But leveling up like this lets you really feel and watch the growth as it comes along. Over time, you start to land more and more hits, and deal more and more damage, and even though the big level number isn't going up super fast, the progress you make is very easily observable. Progress wasn't too quick leveling katanas. I had to fight weaker monsters and forego experience mostly. I did think up a clever idea to summon one of my 2 non-combat trusts that I've picked up from the monthly shop. One who helps buff my accuracy and dexterity. I think that was pretty clever, huh? But slow, and out of frustration, I decided I only had one option: to kill myself. What? Oops. Should I have censored kill again? How naughty. I'm being pretty reckless with my words today, huh? You better watch out. Just kidding. The hourly move for ninja does just that. It lets me blow myself up, which is pretty funny. It doesn't seem to do all that much damage when I was looking at the scaling, so the first thing I figured was it might be useful as a teleport button. Like a warp ring, you know, but on a cooldown 6 times as long and way, way, way more dramatic.
Hear the wolfless howl in sandy, treeless forests. Mijin.
But upon looking into it further, I found out that there's some pretty practical uses for this. If you're a Dota player, you're well aware of the value of denying, that is, killing your own stuff so enemies don't get to. Death is never good, but when it's on your own terms, well, perhaps there's a time and place. Dying in Final Fantasy XI has a number of consequences. First, the character loses experience. Losing some of my experience bar right now isn't a lot, but later when levels don't come as easy, it can be worse. Second, there's weakness, which happens when you're raised with some magical effect, but you don't choose to go back to your home point. Weakness is a debilitating 5-minute debuff that reduces your max HP and MP by around 75%, as well as a significant slow. If you happen to acquire weakness again in this window, you get super weakness. I think it's called double weakness, which is way worse and has more downsides, and they're so bad, basically just consider yourself a cooked spaghetti noodle. Mijin Gakure allows a ninja to blow itself up, and it completely eliminates both of these downsides. Even when raised after this, the ninja won't have any weakness. Even if it had weakness, it won't get super weakness, so it can kind of cleanse it, weirdly, and 0 experience points will be lost. I'm not going to go out and say this is anywhere near as powerful as my 1-hour move on Monk was, completely removing my attack cooldown and letting me pummel things into oblivion for an entire minute. But Mijin Gakure has its uses, like an escape button from a fight. If we ignore the whole self-stabbing explosion and we were to reskin it like a little smoke bomb, hey, that doesn't seem so bad. This sort of class-specific understanding of a unique ability is something I find really intriguing in any game I play. To think that what I've learned about the possible applications and uses of Mijin Gakure is just one ability in a sea of others. With hundreds of unique weapon skills and spells, and 22 entirely different jobs, and 462 possible combinations of sub-job and main job, it's almost unfathomable the amount of hidden little gems of information there are in this game. Unique tricks, perhaps forgotten by time and left to be rediscovered, or maybe never discovered in the first place. The thought of knowing everything seems impossible, and I don't seek to attain it. In every game I play, I like to base my understanding in a single fundamental knowledge. Like my sensei taught me, it is better to know how to throw one strong punch than 1,000 weak kicks. For the time being, I want to learn everything I can about ninja and the abilities I have at my disposal. Even in that single punch, there is a lot to learn. And this is one of the reasons that playing these things communally, in our own little group, can be so interesting. Let's say you join me, a fellow newbie, and you pick up, Bard. You'll be learning all about songs and buff windows, and I, little ninja Taru, won't know a single thing about it. So when we eventually team up, you can teach me about your powers, and give me a boatload of buffs and support and damage. And in the meantime, I can show you how silly it looks when I blow myself up. This collaborative learning is extremely fun and interesting to me, and if you think so too, I encourage you to join my Discord. I like to ramble in there whenever I learn things that are new, or if I'm curious about something, perhaps we can do some detective work together. Anywho, once my katana skill was high enough, I could finally get back to leveling for real. Back to Kufim Island, where I started the last episode leveling my black mage to 30. I finished out getting ninja the rest of the way there pretty quickly. And now that my ninja's all caught up with my black mage, I can get back to progressing into the story or work on strengthening my ninja a bit more. After all, I haven't learned a single ninjutsu yet. That's something I have to look forward to. But progressing in the story a bit further and acquiring our first taste of powerful ninjutsu is going to require us to join the Tenshoro, a secretive mob of pirates and smugglers, perfect for a ninja like me. And they won't sell me their ninja tricks unless I'm part of their ranks. But that's something we'll have to get to sometime soon. If you liked it, like it. And if you want more, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Sorry about my sick voice. See you soon. Good luck, and good night.